Thanks for staying tuned. I'm Colin Abrams with the Hgp Sportscast. Narayan Ramdani gets one step closer to gold after defeating Vernon Smead at St. Helena in the round of 16 at the Commonwealth Games. Stanford Howard has the details.
Service over. 15, 19. 5, love.
Ramdani, who is the highest seeded badminton player in Guyana, crushed Siem in straight sets. Game 1 lasted 9 minutes with Ramdani showing off his best skills and took the first game 21-6.
Service over. 1, 3.
In Game 2, the Guyanese took a minute longer than the first game, with an 18-stroke rally to see him eventually taking the game 21-8, and the match to head into the round of 32, in which he will battle Canadian Jason Hu Shi on Wednesday, April 11th. For the Hgp Sports, I am Stanford Howard.
Out. Service over. 13, 4.
Old Forts continued their dominance on day 2 of the Bounty Paper Towel 2nd Division Hockey Outdoor League, while on the women's side, Pizza Hut GCC dismantled Bingo Spartans on Sunday at the St. Stanislaus College ground, Carifesta Avenue. Stanford has more.
The Old Forts men continue their fine form and winning ways with a 3-2 victory over Bounty GCC. Bounty GCC men seem destined for victory as their match against Old Forts got off to a cracking start with a bullet of shots from Shaquille Leng, who scored in the 6th minute. A penalty stroke conversion 8 minutes later by Meshach Sargent saw the Border Boys heading into the halftime break with a comfortable 2-0 lead. Old Forts national striker Jaleel Gaskin came out firing on all cylinders in the second half and evening the score within 15 minutes through a pair of goals of his own. The brilliance of Old Fort midfielder Omar Hopkinson was once again the deciding factor for his team. Hopkinson produced a skillful individual run to finish with a goal 4 minutes from a full time that secured a 3-2 victory for Old Fort, who now sit at the top of the men's pool. The Sequels were forced to work in the early stages of their match against the feisty Saints under 19. With the Sequels goalkeeper still gearing up on the sideline, crafty Saints midfielder Edmund Scheinman snuck in a goal in the opening minute to surprise last year's winner. The Sequels, however, would soon take control of the game and emerge 3-1 winners, with goals from Alan and Philip Fernandes and Damian Woodruff. Pizza Hut GCC were all smiles as they faced the Bingo Spartans in their ladies' clash, with Pizza Hut taking the lead in the 10th minute through Vanessa Pierce. They never seemed threatened. Young striker Sierra Kalkley extended her team's lead by 1 with a breakaway goal in the 13th minute. Dominique de Groot converted a penalty stroke 10 minutes later for the Spartans to finish with a score of 6-2. Matches continue on Saturday the 14th and Sunday the 15th at the St. Stanislaus College ground from 1500 hours. For the Hgp Sports, I am Stanford Howard.
Thank you, Stanford. The GFF Elite League Season 3 continued over the weekend. Here are the updates. On Friday, the Elite League continued. In Game 1, the battle was between Cougars FC and Buxton United FC. Cougars took the game with 2 goals, with number 7, Mark Wrong, in the 29th minute and the 72nd minute. Scoring for Buxton was number 7, Timothy Albert, in the 30th minute. Game 2 was between the embattled Ansgrove United FC, who were sanctioned last week for failing to show up for a scheduled match, and Victoria Kings FC. The Victoria Kings took this game 2-1. Number 13 of the Kings, Alden Lawrence, scored in the 53rd minute, followed by number 8, Aubrey Gibson, in the 72nd minute. The lone goal scorer for Ansgrove was Dwight Peters in the 45th minute. In Sunday's doubleheader, Buxton United and Fruita Conquerors played to a 1-1 draw. Number 13 Nixon Robertson scored the first goal of the match in the 68th minute for Buxton. Shortly after, Cougars number 17 G. Richardson replied in the 69th minute. In the final match of Sunday's doubleheader, Denamsel FC and Western Tigers played to a 0-0 draw. This week, the points table shows no movement as Western Tigers maintain the lead, followed by Fruita Conquerors, Victoria Kings, GDF FC, Denamsel FC, Buxton United, Mile Rock, Cougars FC, New Amsterdam United, and in the bottom, Ansgrove United FC. President of the GABF in a recent press conference gave an overview of the year 2017 and what the Federation had accomplished over the year. The president noted that because there were no Caribbean Championship for the year, they were able to focus on infrastructural works in Guyana.
What we managed to accomplish, and I consider the highlight of what we did in 2017 was putting up lights in Borbies at the Environment Orphans Court, so now they can play basketball during the evenings and into the night. And it has already started redounding to our benefit, or to the community's benefit, as they had a large crowd at a recent event only about 2 weeks ago.
Nigel Hines, GABF president. He also made comments at the recent upgrade to the Burnham Court facility.
Lighted Burnham Court, so they have good lights. We can carry on our local league and any event that related to basketball in the night, so that we know that the footballers and other disciplines have used the facilities, including social groups, because of the lights that we have put up there. And this is all funded by the primarily by the Guyana Amateur Basketball Federation.
Mr. Hines noted the monetary contributions the Federation made in Linden and throughout the country to umbrella associations. The Federation, Hines said, has made strides in the development of male basketball in 2017, but they have failed in the efforts to promote women's basketball. This, he said, is a work in progress. And that has brought us to the end of this edition of the Hgp Sportscast. Before we go, remember, life is like a sport. Always remember to play fair. Goodbye.